Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kendra Saunders. I am a YouTuber here talking about life with allergies, as well as a bunch of my favorite things like speculative fiction, whether that's Dune recently or Star Wars or Mr. Robot or whatever. I also talk about hair stuff sometimes, although that gets the most dislikes of anything that I make. I talk about makeup and skincare and all of the things that I can or can't use because of my allergies. And I also, just kind of talk about life living in New York City. I am the owner of Half Lucid Jewelry, so I make a lot of like really beautiful crowns, and I make earrings and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm also a published author, the author of the Alien Popstar series and other books as well. So today's video though is going to be about allergy related stuff, and it's specifically going to be about a sort of top secret procedure that I had done last week and how that went. So my ENT approached me because of my legendarily bad allergies, and he said that there is this procedure that it's been, approved by the FDA already, but they're just kind of wanting to find out more about how much this particular procedure actually helps people with allergies. So the procedure itself is a cryotherapy one where they actually use cryotherapy going up through the nose, and they freeze a nerve in your sinuses to help prevent overinflammation every time you're exposed to an allergen. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, or if you know me at all, you know that I am allergic to everything, and my sinuses are just basically always inflamed by allergies. I had absolutely a fantastic sinus surgery last summer, and it did a lot of good. It's definitely helped things so much. It made more space in my sinuses, and it just in general has really improved the actual health of my sinus area. I have lots of videos about that if you're curious about that, or if you were thinking about getting sinus surgery. I do get allergy shots every week. It has been a very, very long journey, and I talk a lot about that here as well. So at the end of this video, I'm going to link you to, just kind of like a playlist of all the stuff related to allergies. But with all of those things, still being a factor, I still have allergies, because even if your sinuses are in good shape, allergies are caused by a different thing. It's your body's, defense against things that it thinks are bad. It's inflammation in the body. It's a different thing than just the sinuses. So my ENT suggested that I get this procedure, and because it is a test kind of thing, you don't know when you're getting it if you're getting the real one or the placebo. And if you do get the placebo, after 3 months they will tell you and then offer to do the real procedure for free for you. So this entire thing was covered by them. Everything was completely taken care of. All the follow-up appointments are going to be taken care of. So I asked a lot of questions about it. I did my research. I read the entire packet that they gave me, and I decided to do it because, look, I'm poor. We're in a pandemic. I need money. And if I can do something that can help other people with allergies and potentially feel better from allergies myself, I'm in. So I agreed to do it. I was screened for it, and, that went very quickly. Basically, they just asked me questions about how my allergies affect my everyday life. How often is my nose stuffy? How often is my nose runny? Whatever. The screening process was very fast. And from that, they scheduled me literally a few days later to come in and have the procedure done. So the day of the procedure, I was in good spirits. I was like, all right, we're going to do this. We're going to get this bread. We're going to get this, sinus procedure. It's going to be great. So came in, and, they did normal stuff of like taking vitals and whatever. And I was, joking around in a good mood, like trying to just be cool and brave and like, whatever. I've done everything sinus related. Nothing can bother me. So the first step was for them to use like a topical numbing kind of thing inside my nose, which they did. And I've had that done a million times, whatever. So generally when people are doing like, whatever, in my sinus area, I close my eyes just because they're right in your face. And this is something that I've been doing since long before COVID. So I had my eyes closed. I was kind of relaxing, just, you know, whatever. And the doctor said, this could make your heart race a little. And I immediately opened my eyes and I was like, what is he talking about? What? And I see a needle like right here. And I felt the needle go in. I immediately just like hyperventilated or something. I remember saying to the ENT, like, I feel really dizzy. And then that was it. I was waking up, the doctor and the nurse and everybody is standing over me, and they had used smelling salts. It wasn't fun. I came back around, but literally like we had the chair down, and every time we would try and put the chair back up, at first I just like kept almost blacking out again. So I had water. They didn't have orange juice on hand, which is fine, whatever. But I had water, and you know, the doctor said definitely we're not going to be able to use the numbing stuff on the other side. So he soaked some, like, I don't know, cotton swabs or something in the topical stuff, shoved it up in there, left for a little bit, let it, you know, really sink in. And at this point I was freaking out pretty bad, because if you either know me or you've been following my story for a while, you know that I had a traumatic head injury in 2008 that basically changed the course of my entire life and is a source of extreme just anxiety and panic and PTSD and all that stuff. So that was brought on by fainting and hitting my head. So I was already kind of freaking out, just because anything related to fainting, it really sets that off again. So eventually though, the doctor came back in. I was like, all right, let's just do it. Let's do it. Like I've come this far, let's do it. So they blindfold you, and something is inserted in your nose. And he told me that he would be counting to 30. And during that time I would need to like breathe through my mouth and not my nose. So I was like, okay. So while trying to do that, I was like hyperventilating again and feeling like I was about to pass out. But he was like, we're already almost done. We're already almost done with this side. And then I felt something that was like a weird, like almost like getting electrocuted or something, that went from here all the way up behind my eyeball to like up here. It was just like this sharp stabbing pain. It was very strange. And I said, like made a noise or said something or whatever. So he was like, okay, we're done with that side, just rest. And like they put the chair back. And at that point I was ready to give up. I was like, okay, I can't do this. This is too much. Like, I feel like I'm gonna pass out again. It hurts. I don't want to do this anymore. But I remembered that I have been through worse, and I knew I had come that far, and I didn't want to be a weenie and just like get up and give up. And I was like, you already got one side done. If you are getting the real thing done right now, it would be so dumb to have just gotten one side done and not the other. So after kind of like psyching myself up a little bit, and very possibly thinking of that like fear litany thing from Dune, I said, you know what, just do it now. And he was like, are you sure you don't need like a second more? I was like, nope, just do it now. Do it now. I want to get it done. I want it to be done so I don't have to think about it anymore, and then I can just rest and feel better. So he did the other side. The second side wasn't nearly as bad, but a few minutes after it was done, and while he was doing it, actually, while he was doing the other side, I was having trouble actually. Like, he was like, okay, stop breathing through your mouth now, breathe through your nose. And it was like, Kendra, breathe through your nose. And I had to like focus and do it because I was feeling like I was gonna black out again. But after that, the pain just like hit. And I'm not kidding when I say this pain was on par with after my sinus surgery. It was like painful in a way that is really hard to explain, but it was like shooting, stabbing pain that was going up behind my eyes, up to here, up to the top of my head, all of this part of my face, and really badly in my back teeth, just like intense. And it got worse and worse and worse. And they said that was going to happen. They said the pain would get worse first and it would like peak and then start getting better. So it did. It just kept getting worse. And I was like, how much worse is this going to get? They had given me ibuprofen, I forgot to say, right before we started all of this. Thank God, because I don't know what I would have done otherwise. But I was waiting and hoping the ibuprofen would kick in, and it had not yet. It was just like intense pain. It was as bad as the surgery. And I was like trying to make jokes and just like keep it light, but I was definitely freaking out on the inside because it was the anxiety and the pain and all of that just all together. And like the uncertainty of how am I gonna get home now? Like I have to take the train, you know, all the way home. So thank God my friend actually came and scooped me up from their office about like a half an hour later. And I appreciate you, Charlotte, so much for doing that. She really came through for me and just like showed up, picked me up. We went and grabbed some food across the street at Whole Foods and just like sat for a while I tried to like clear my head from feeling so out of it. And then she got us a taxi home, which was really sweet of her. And by the time I got home, the pain was pretty much gone, thankfully. And like the feeling of being super lightheaded was starting to fade too. But I will say all of that did kick off some extremely, and I'm talking extremely bad panic, anxiety, and all of that stuff, just flashbacks just over and over and over again, which I will talk about that in a different video. I mentioned that in the last one and somebody said they think I should make a video about that, and I think I will. I'm thankful for my therapist because I've been talking to him about this, and you know, it's been a lot. But what I'll say is the actual procedure was an extremely, extremely uncomfortable, unpleasant experience. For somebody who hasn't had a lot of stuff done with their sinuses, I don't know how they would be able to do this. Like, I feel like it would be too much. It would just be like too stressful and painful for most people. Like, I am a pro with sinus stuff, and it was really gnarly for me. Part of that's because I hate needles. Part of it's because I have a fainting complex. And if I had known that it was possible that I could pass out, I would have told them that. And I probably wouldn't have done this, to be honest, just because like that's not only something that happens easily to me in a situation like that, but it's also just like such a big trigger for my anxiety and panic. So it was a very unpleasant experience. I don't know yet if I got the real one or the placebo. I waited to film this video because I wanted to give it time for it to kind of have, you know, been working for a while to see what would happen. I will say this. I was around a dog last week or last weekend. I was around a dog, like up close, very close, like holding this puppy in my face, literally puppy, sweet baby puppy. And today I did a ton of cleaning in the house and was around a lot of dust. And normally both of those things would have like knocked me on my butt. And so far so good. I know that's probably a combination though of like the allergy shots and whatever happened with this. I do think I had the real version. I do, because the experience and the sensation that I had when they did the thing, it felt so strange and like nothing I had ever felt before. And that's why I do believe that it was real, that I got the real one. I don't know though. I don't know. I won't know for a couple more months. So I have a follow-up coming up in, I think, like a week and a half. So I'll try and update you guys again though after the follow-up about what they say, like how it's looking, how it's feeling, and you know, how I'm doing having it. Because here's the thing, if this ends up working and it causes the inflammation in my sinuses to be so much better and my allergies to be so much better, then maybe it's going to be totally worth it. Maybe it's going to be something I would be able to suggest to people. I don't know yet. I don't know. It would have to have like miraculous abilities though for me to say that it was worth it for now, because it was such an unpleasant experience for me personally, both because of just the procedure and the pain in general. Sorry, there was a truck. Both because of those things and because of my own personal hangups with passing out, which apparently has happened to other people. So yay for being a guinea pig. Anyway, this was very long and rambly, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will make a new video soon about the other stuff that's been going on. And yeah, just let me know, like, do you have any questions? Like, are you getting allergy shots now? How are you doing? Just like, talk to me in the comments. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.